Welcome to the Monday Kickoff, everyone. We got tons of things to cover in today's video for Raid Shadow Legends. Tons of news, of course. We have everyone's favorite game mode starting tomorrow. We're going to have some summoning events together with a clan versus clan. This week, guys, is featuring personal rewards, which means that your clan will need to win in order to collect all of them goodies. Now, when we are talking about the actual rewards, we're getting cursed and crit damage gear from the regular milestones. Nothing too insane from here. We have the very first Prism Jewels event. I feel like they are called Prism Jewels. I might be wrong though. What was their name? Let's see. Prism Jewels, yes. So a lot of you guys were asking me before, Skratch, why is this new currency in the Altar of Soul? Everyone had a dream that this might be some very free-to-play currency that will absolutely change everyone's account. What I said it from the beginning, guys, this is not something amazing. This is just another Prism Crystal event, but for souls, and honestly, I dislike both of them. I dislike this one even more. Let me just quickly break it down for you. So, how you may notice, summoning chances, legendary, epic, rares, okay? Now, the very first Prism Shard event that we had was, of course, the same. Legendaries, epics, and rares. Then they removed the rares slowly. They made the summoning pool smaller. This one right here, while you are seeing some amazing champions, you see Taras, you have an Arbiter, a Cardiel, a Cupidus, a Grazur, Krisk, Nekmo, you have Leorius, Duchess, Sifi, you have quite a few solid champions in here, right? Georgid, etc. But the pool is massive, okay? The summoning chances are not insane. You still need to get a specific star, a specific rank from a specific rarity. So getting a legendary at 6 star is a 10% chance out of the 20% chance that you have to summon a legendary. So it's extremely, extremely low, okay? You basically need to spend a lot of money in order to get them. They gave us one free summon, so it costs you 50 Prism Jewels to do one summon. The price is pretty disgusting. $5 per summon, at least this time around. Maybe in the future they will be different, but it's pretty much the exact same thing we have with the Prism Shards in a way or another, right? I feel like you do have an option to purchase one pack at $5 there, but I might be mistaken. I haven't really bought many of them, so it's pretty hard to remember. I think I bought a $5 pack once or twice, and once the $20 or something like that. So it might be a bit different when we're talking about the prices. But the pool is massive when we're talking about legendaries, epics. So I'm not a fan of this whatsoever. If any of you guys got lucky with a free summon that you got, is amazing. Congratulations. But don't put your hopes on it. Don't think that we're gonna get tons and tons of this, okay? Because most probably we won't. Then moving over to the next topic, guys, we're actually going to discuss about the champions that we have for the 15x progressive chances. We do have a new Dungeon Diver event starting tomorrow with the CVC. Perfect timing. By the looks of it, we're going to be able to earn one of each book. Rare, epic, legendary, and mythical tome. I'm all in for it. Hopefully, we're going to be able to get them. And yeah, the rest, community Titan event is still going on. Nothing crazy happening here for the moment. The calendar will probably have a champion chase tournament at the end of the week. And we are expecting to have some form of a 2x. Now, it might be a 2x on Voids, it might be a 2x on Primals. Who knows what they're doing, because they're constantly trying to play around with the summoning event. So it's honestly no pattern as it used to be in the past before, you know. Either way, all I can tell you is that my wallet will suffer Wednesday, okay? And I am talking about Void Shards. I have only 24. Probably I'm going to have to purchase a pack or two to try and reach the Mercy. Hopefully I won't have to. Maybe I'm going to do it with the 24 shards that I have. But either way, let me just quickly bring the list of champions on the screen. So how you may notice, that's what we have on Tuesday. We have Haprak, which is an amazing, amazing champion, guys. I do want to say that overall for the meta, he's kind of like completely out of it. Even though he's a pretty solid one, nowadays in the meta, the requirements are much higher than just hit hard. You know, like you need to have either survivability, you need to have either ignore a lot of things in order to really be at the top. And Haprak, unfortunately, is not. But he's still a lot of fun, especially for Tag Team Arena, in the lower tiers of Classic Arena, Live Arena. With A1, he has a chance to place an extra hit. The main problem with Hapra, guys, is that everything is conditional on his kit to really shine. Like the extra hit, only if you put a critical hit. If you hit reaction, it's not going to happen. The A2 attacks all enemies. Now, he will place an extra hit, but only on targets that have less than 50% HP. Each hit will ignore 15% of the target's defense, which is nice. This skill hits super hard. So the best way to build him, honestly, is put him on a stone skin set and just bait people around with weaker champions in the team, so his passive actually triggers. He buffs himself with increased attack and crit rate. Then he has this passive where it will use the A2 whenever an ally dies, and it will not put the skill on a cooldown. It's a pretty nice thing though. Moving over to the next one is Krokmar the Devourer, and my god, I need this champion so freaking bad for the Cursed City this rotation. And guess what? Most probably I'm just not going to get him, which is such a massive shame. But either way, Krokmar, HP-based nuker, doesn't deal crazy stupid damage, but he is one of the best, one of the better HP-based nukers in the game. Attacks one enemy, attacks all enemies one time if the first attack is critical. Then, of course, he's gonna do an AoE attack, he's gonna put a shield, he's gonna get some healing, he's gonna buff all of your team with increased crit rate and crit damage, and then grants the extra turn. The passive will decrease the target's attack or defense or accuracy or resistance depending on which stat is higher. So it's a pretty nice touch. Now, initially for Hydra, a lot of us thought that he's going to be great for Hydra, but the thing is, the Hydra has a higher attack than the defense. They don't really have like insane attack or defense. Most of the heads, okay, most of the heads. Some of them can benefit a lot from his passive. Some of them won't really be affected as much to really increase your damage as you might think it does, But either way, he is so freaking important for this Cursed City rotation. Then we have Elder Skarg. Elder Skarg, not a bad champion. You have a provoke. You have a increased defense on the champion. A fear. He can do a lot of things with this skill. But honestly, he's not meta anywhere. That's the main problem with Elder Skarg. You can use him in the clan boss. He deals a lot of damage. There are some very specific teams that can get in a lot of firepower from Elder Skarg, but he is not meta anywhere, unfortunately. With the A1, he puts increased speed or increased crit rate. This skill is nice. So basically attacks an enemy 3 times, places an extra hit for each buff or debuff on the target, which can actually have a lot of hits, even in the Fire Knight, even in the Spider. It can be pretty interesting. Like, you're gonna get a lot of hits, even in the clan boss, right? So that's what makes his damage go crazy. This skill right here, And yeah, that's pretty much everything about Elder Skarg. I feel like he's not a bad legendary champion. He's just unfortunately not meta anywhere. It's pretty hard to be like, oh my god, Elder Skarg destroyed stage 10 on hard mode on this dungeon. Not really, So that's the main issue with him. Then we have the hottest champion alive, or that's what you ladies are saying, and that's Cardiel. I know all of you guys are looking at his 6-pack. Basically, this bad boy is amazing. Yeah, I am using mine in the Fire Knight. I'm using mine in Arena. I'm using mine in a Hydra, and he is a beast. Now, we do have quite a few competitors for Cardiel nowadays. We have Padrake, we have Mikage. Each one of them kind of like doing something similar, of course, but it's not as unique as he used to be before, Like, he's still a powerhouse. Speed aura, clans, block debuffs, revive on that. You have increased crit rate, increased crit damage, tons of damage, tons of healing from Cardiel. He has that passive where he can join an attack. He's a beast. Like, I can't remember what exactly I've done recently with him. Maybe it was a Fire Knight team, and I've used some big hitters in there. And funny enough, he was the champion that dealt the highest damage in the team, which was like, wow, seriously? Then we have Thorvald. He used to be meta in Arena for quite a while, and he's still a monster. He deals tons and tons of damage with the Juggernaut, guys. The more buffs on him, the more firepower, He can buff himself with the A2, increase attack, crit rate, speed. The A1 can put weaken. He can deal a lot of damage. But again, I feel like since he dropped out of the Platinum Arena meta, he lost some value too. He's good for clan boss. He's good for some specific areas. He can be used against Amias to smash him and deal a lot of damage. The main problem is that, again, he's not really meta anywhere. Very similar with Elder Skark. And both of them can be used in a very similar clan boss team, actually. They deal a lot of damage. Then, moving over to Wednesday, guys, we're going to have Morrigan. She was a pretty awesome champion for the Cursed City versus Amias. Now, she was a past fusion. I feel like she got a lot of hate when she was the fusion because, she just doesn't do enough. She's just increased speed. Why do I need her when it's Haikatun or Lissandra or others? Well, this passive came in handy better than any other passive in the game, honestly, because she is really countering Amias very hard with this heal reduction, Decreased speed on the A1, has a chance to steal all buffs from the target. Very good against Amias with this as well. Turn meter manipulation, increased speed. So overall, she's definitely not bad. Speed aura for all battles. Yeah, she was not the best fusion in the game, but hey, she is very, very useful now, honestly. 100%. Then we have Lissandra, because we were talking about her. She was like, don't forget me. Well, Lissandra, she is great still for lower tiers of Arena, Tag Team Arena, even lower tiers of Live Arena. And she is great for the Dark Fae. That's what I'm using her mainly. I'm not really using her anywhere else but that. Maybe sometimes in some Cursed Series stages if I have to. She used to be the most powerful turn meter manipulation champion in the game. You have speed aura for all battles, 24%. You have this energize skill that gives you increased speed, reduces turn meter on the enemies, increases your turn meter. This fully depletes the turn meter, and the A1 transfers all the debuffs to the enemy, She can be nice built on triple speed sets or something that will make her fast if you are using her for arena. If no, probably you're going to have to reconsider basically. She deals a lot of damage as well, by the way, with the A1 and the A2. Then we have Elva. She was guaranteed from Sacred Shards last year, if I'm not mistaken, or quite a while ago. She's a pretty solid one too. You have a speed aura for all battles, continuous heal with the A1, cleanse, block debuffs, and increase speed on a 3-turn cooldown. A very, very nice skill. Then you can revive one ally with increased defense and increased attack, and the passive will basically give you a bit of more healing and a perfect veil on the ally with the lowest HP. She is amazing, built on Stone Skin for Live Arena. She's actually pretty nice. If you don't have all the big boy legendaries, like if you're lacking a Marichka, if you're lacking something that's super OP in Arena, Elva can definitely be of use. I've used Elva in Live Arena quite a bit before I got more support champions, like before I got my mythicals and stuff like that, Then we have Nekmotar, another champion that I'm missing, but I'm not too crazy after him, even though he's absolutely amazing for Hydra. I feel like he won't make it in any of my Hydra teams, But other than that, he is an absolute monster for Hydra, guys. He deals he puts in quite a bit of work, actually. Not deals work. He puts in quite a bit of work. He is great built on a Relentless, honestly, because the more turns he's taking, the faster he's rotating his skills. And that is very beneficial. You have the decreased attack, the decreased speed, the leech, increased speed, turn meter, extra turn. So you're getting quite a bit of value from Nekmotar in Hydra, And a Relentless makes sense. It can be used with an increased Shamel, put Nekmo in the lead, and he's definitely going to smack the Hydra. Now, the reason why my pocket, aka wallet, is going to suffer on Wednesday, guys, Shuzan. I need her, I want her, and I need her again. For Hydra, for Live Arena, for Arena in general, she is a beast, okay? So, this is my one chance. I've been waiting for it quite a while with my Mercy. I'm around 120 plus in the Mercy. So, I'll probably try to hit it, I might have to pick a pack or two. Hopefully, I won't have to, but who knows? So, you have massive speed aura for Arena, the A1, block active skills. This is the skill that matters the most. So, the way people are using Shuzan, and the way you should use your Shuzan for Arena especially, she is the fastest in the team. You give this instant turn to your nuker if he's a Georgid or something else. That Georgid takes his turn. He might hit reaction, he might not. Either way, then you have Yumeka going, locking the enemies, resetting Shuzan again. So then when she's taking another turn again, she's using this skill on Georgid and wiping the enemy team off. Very nasty. Then, of course, you have this increased speed, decreased speed, turn meter manipulation, and she is very, very annoying in live arena. You will probably have to ban her based on whatever champions they have in their team, when we're talking about live arena. Then we have Togran the Conjoined. I summon him. I never used him just yet. I will give it a go just to see how this passive will actually work, because increases this champion's max HP by 10% every time they use an active skill, and also increases each ally's max HP by 5% every time they use an active skill, stacking up to 50%. So this, imagine getting 50% more HP on Taras. That will increase his damage a lot. So I need to have a look to see if it's worth using him on a HP based team for Hydra, maybe, It's still bringing some decent things. Increased accuracy, you get a cleanse, you get a thermometer, you get increased speed, continuous heal. You're getting healing from him. So you can get some value out of him, So I'm curious to give him a try one day. Now, another thing that will happen, guys. Look, they haven't said nothing whatsoever, okay? This is not really a reason to make a dedicated video. That's why I haven't made one, because it's very unclear what they are planning to do. On Friday with the Raid Digest, they mentioned that they will nerf some bosses. Like they mentioned this before, but like we can't really say anything, okay? Every now and again, there will be a conversation somewhere in chat about the boss rebalance. And now we want to officially announce that we are indeed working on fine-tuning some of the more challenging bosses in the game. In particular, the Iron Twins, the Phantom Shogun, and the big bad Sand Devil himself. While we leave the exact details a secret, the main direction is to make them more approachable on our stages, even on the higher ones. So while already effective teams won't be affected, there will be more wiggle room to do some experimenting and mid-game farming. So this is a great idea. We need it, like so many of these dungeons are keeping people away, and it is a struggle. Like the Sand Devil, if you're not putting the boss to sleep, you cannot debuff him. The damage is gonna be nerfed a lot. You can barely kill him, and getting resisted will make you fail. Yes, you can do with Gotsi Karaniri and a Ninja and some other champions. It takes a bit longer, it's doable, but it is very gear intensive, okay? So overall, this having two strategies is not the best thing to do in a dungeon, So you want to have more variety, more options. Then you have the Iron Twins. The problem with the Iron Twins and the Sand Devil is that they're constantly cleansing all the debuffs, so that can be very annoying. Like the Iron Twins, constantly cleansing debuffs makes poison weak sauce, makes the HP burn weak sauce. So you kind of want to hope that they will allow you to basically don't only kill him with the HP burn from Geomancer because of his passive, allow us to do poison teams, allow us to do different variety. Like back in the day when we had only up to stage 20, we had variety. Enemy max HP, they were viable. Poison detonation was viable. All these other things were viable. Raw damage, etc. Nowadays, some of these are very specific on what you can do, And the Shogun himself, I don't think that is that nasty, honestly. I feel like out of the 3 dungeons, if you are planning to build a full team, I'm not talking about duo or stuff like that, probably the Phantom Shogun is one of the most accessible ones because you can cheese it in quite a few different ways. So I'm looking forward to see what stages they're doing. Now for the Cursed City rotations, once this rotation is over, guys, it will be random. So we won't have a pattern on the rotations either. We don't know what to expect for the next rotation and stuff like that. But that was all for the video. Much love. Appreciate every single one of you guys watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Planning to summon for anyone interested in the new Jewels summoning system for souls? I'm not. But we're going to leave that for another discussion, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.